Trevor's bright spark. Trevor the traction engine was hard at work in the orchard. Men were felling dead trees to make way for new ones. Trevor pulled the old trunks away and sawed them into logs. Edward then took the wood to the timber mill. One day, Trevor looked upset. "What's the matter?" asked Edward.
"Mr. Cole is at a steam gala on the mainland," sighed Trevor. "I wish I could have gone with him. What if he finds a better traction engine? He wouldn't replace me, would he?"
"Certainly not," Edward smiled. "You're a true workhorse. Mr. Cole knows that, and so do I. I'm sure he'll be glad to see you when he returns." Trevor smiled, but still had his doubts. When Jem Cole did return, he recounted the events of the gala to anyone who'd listen. He was just about to tell Trevor when Edward steamed up.
"Gracious me, Edward," said Trevor. "What's that you're wearing?"
A large metal cap rested atop Edward's funnel.
"It's a spark arrestor," Edward sighed. "This new coal doesn't agree with my system. I've been puffing sparks ever since it arrived. The fat controller asked me to wear it, and I'm glad to. I'd hate to send the orchard up in smoke."
Trevor shuddered at the thought.
"Enough about that. How was your gala, Mr. Cole?" asked Edward.
"Oh, it was lovely," Jem replied, clapping his hands together. "These great big traction engines were having a tug-of-war. Their drivers put sawdust down their funnels, so when they pulled hard, they'd blow sparks into the air. What a spectacle!" "I can't imagine they were a patch on our Trevor, were they?" Edward smiled. "Oh, certainly not," agreed Jem. "Although, perhaps we'll have to try the sawdust trick at the next fete. It'd be a lovely show for the children."
"No, thank you,"
Trevor replied, trying not to sound annoyed.
"It'd give me an awful sneeze. Besides, it seems Edward is the bright spark at the moment."
Trevor worked quietly for the rest of the day. Jem Cole talked to the men about the gala over and over, which only made Trevor feel worse.
"Maybe I'm not as good as other traction engines," he sighed.
Night fell. They were almost done for the day when two workmen came running across the orchard. "Our saw is stuck in the trunk of an old tree," said one. "Got about halfway through before it jammed. Can you help pull it down?" "Certainly. Why, I bet Trevor could do it in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail," said Jem. Trevor perked up.
"Oh, yes, I'm just as strong as those mainland traction engines."
They trundled quickly to the tree. Strong chains were fastened to Trevor, and soon all was ready. "All right, Trevor," Jem called excitedly. "Heave!" Trevor gave a mighty tug, then another and another. Soon they could hear cracking wood, and the men cheered as the tree began to topple. The cheers turned to shouts, and crash! They were so eager to pull down the tree, they didn't watch what they were doing. It had fallen across the railway line. "Oh dear," sighed Jem. "This is a right pickle, isn't it?" A distant whistle made everyone freeze.
"Edward!" cried Jem. "He won't see the tree. It's too dark."
Then Trevor had an idea.
"The sawdust!" he cried. "Stuff it down my funnel! Quickly!"
The men wasted no time and loaded Trevor's funnel with sawdust. Puffing as hard as he could, Trevor sent plume after plume of sparks high into the night sky. Edward saw the flashes in the darkness.
It's coming from the orchard, cried Edward. Trevor must be in trouble. He isn't, but we are. Look, cried the fireman. A large shape lay across the line ahead. Edward braked hard and shut his eyes. Thankfully, he stopped, with his buffers mere inches from the fallen tree. Soon, efforts were underway to clear the line. Trevor sat nearby, sawing up wood as needed. Edward was most grateful. I shudder to think how the night may have ended if it weren't for you. You're a hero, Trevor. I'll second that, smiled Jem Cole. I'm sorry I got us into this mess, old boy, and for any offense I caused. Those mainland traction engines can't hold a candle to you. What do you say to a treat tomorrow? A nice polishing? A new coat of paint? Achoo! A great shower of sparks erupted from Trevor's funnel. A good sneeze? Finished Edward. Oh, yes, that's much better, smiled Trevor. I hope that's the last of that wretched sawdust. Otherwise, I know exactly what I'll need. What's that? Asked Edward. Your spark arrestor, replied Trevor. Everyone laughed. Trevor just smiled.